Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today. Okay. Before I get into this video, you guys, I wanted to ask you guys, with all due respect, to please look at the entire video. To please take in the entire video. Please do not do what people so often do, which is you do a long 25 or 30-minute video, one sentence that somebody actually doesn't like or rubs them the wrong way, and they forget about everything else. Even if you show proof and you show fact and have stuff that they can verify it and all of that, they still will focus on that one sentence. And I ask you guys not to do that, even though we know fellow reloggers understand this. This happens to us all the time. So I ask that you not just take in one particular part, but you try to absorb everything that I'm saying, because I'm saying everything that needs to be said in this video, and I will not relive it or re-go back or redo none of that. Okay. Um, if I don't answer a response below, then it's not because I'm being rude. It's not because I'm being ignorant. It's not because I am ignoring you. What I'm doing is basically, I already had addressed it thoroughly in the video. So I'm not going to keep answering the same thing over and over and over again, or feel like I got to try to convince otherwise or convince you of something. I'm not going to do it. I wanted to talk to you guys about when I was asked or presented with the opportunity to have my surgery, and not only have the surgery, but have it at a discount. That actually didn't happen till very recently. I have emails. Now, I get a lot of emails. So, of course, I really don't want to have to go through every email just to go back to it. But if I have to, I will. Okay? I have no problem doing it. It just takes some time. But if I have to, I will. Now, most people say you don't have to prove anything. No, it's not that I have to prove anything. It's just that some things make you feel a little better and can shut people up if you show proof of certain things or if you verify certain things. Okay? I was not asked or presented the opportunity to have the surgery until very recently. Now, people can think what they want to think, and they can think that my priorities were mixed up or whatever, to now have to pay for the surgery, and I just went to Bermuda. Okay? And I explained to one of my loyal subscribers a few minutes ago, and she, after I broke it down, like I'm going to break it down for you guys, she said, okay, then that makes sense and it's valid at that point. Okay? So she no longer thinks this way. Okay? So I'm doing it now so others will understand, and so that the issue before it even starts can be diffused. Okay? When I paid for my cruise, I paid for my cruise in June. I did not go pay for my cruise a week before. I did not pay for my cruise 2 weeks before. My cruise was for September the 1st, actually to be exact, August the 31st. I paid for my cruise in June. Not only did I pay for my cruise in June, but that can also be verified as well because I did it on camera. Because I took you guys to the travel agent that I went to. So these are not things that I'm just throwing out of the air or coming up with or conjuring up. These are things that can be verified. Okay? So, I paid for my cruise in June. Back in June, I did not know I was going to have the surgery. I was not presented with an opportunity to have the surgery, nor was I presented with the opportunity to have it at a discount back when I paid for my cruise. So now no one has to think, oh, your priorities were mixed up. That's pretty hurtful to me. Because, as I've stated before in other videos, when you watch somebody long enough, they become transparent. And I'm not proud to admit this, but if people can't tell by now, I'm somewhat of a control freak in some ways. Okay? And I'm somewhat very anal about planning things out. I think that my loyal subscribers and loyal viewers understand that and know that about me. And since people know that about me, to think that I would have my priorities so mixed up and so backwards, for people to think that I would choose my a cruise over my health, that's hurtful to me. That's very hurtful to me. Very hurtful to somebody that definitely is a planner about everything. Very hurtful for somebody that's actually really trying to fight for her life. See, I think a lot of people take this, either they take it lightly or they just don't give a damn. And either way, I understand that nobody's obligated to do any of those things. I understand that. But guess what? As family, that's what we are. Remember? That's what we are. And I'm not just saying that because of, I need, help towards my surgery. I've been saying for 2 years that we're family. That's something that's big here. That's something that's big on my channel. So, talking to family right now, for family to think that way, as far as to not care or to not be too concerned, to doubt my priorities and things like that, that's hurtful when it comes from family. That's very hurtful. I'm the type of person, and maybe I need to change this about myself. I think I do, because my mother used to say it years and years and years ago, and I've had a few other people say it as well. Kiana, everybody's not going to love the way you love. Everybody's not going to care the way you care. And I get that. I get that. But if you're a giver, and it's clear that that's what I am, again, that's clear. After watching me for a while, I think the people pick up on that. So after being a giver and having a big heart and caring about other people, to think that others, because they're not obligated to, simply because they're not obligated to, that they won't, it's hurtful. And that's what y'all heard. I know that you don't have to care about me fighting for my life. I know that I made myself fat. I know that I could do more in certain areas and eat less. I know that. And I'm trying. I'm trying my best. But to think that people don't care, when I've cared so much and so hard and for so long, is hurtful. Again, that's what y'all heard. That's what you heard. You also heard me fighting for my life. So if anybody have anything negative to say about that, if anybody has something to throw slurs and digs about, if anybody wants to dedicate a whole video to me or about somebody else's life, then that's fine. Because anybody that would do that with somebody that's really trying to technically fight for her life, it says a lot about them. It says a lot about their heart. It says a lot about their hatred for me. It says a lot about what they really want for a person. If they really wish that person well. It says a lot. It speaks volumes about their spirit. Because I'm fighting for my life. And again, I know people don't have to care. They're not obligated to care. But for somebody like me that has cared so hard about her viewers, her family, you guys, and to turn around and think and even have a thought in my head that not that many people care about me, it hurt me to my heart. It hurt me to my heart. I may didn't deliver my message the way you would have choose to do. I may didn't deliver my message the right way fully. My message may rub some the wrong way. My message may call some people out on what I considered truth. My message may gave people ammo to be able to throw daggers at me once more. But I think many of you saw beyond that. You heard beyond that. You heard the pain. You heard me being hurt in my heart by how I thought others, my family, y'all, some of y'all acted towards me. Some of y'all saw because y'all know the struggle. And some of y'all know me from my videos. Again, you're being transparent if they watch you long enough. Some of y'all could see the hurt on me. Some of y'all could feel that I was fighting for my life. Some of y'all could see the frustration. Others didn't. But now you know. Now you know, you don't have to guess. I'm telling you from my own mouth. That's what that was. My priorities aren't mixed up, you guys. It's not. I did not know in June that I was going to be able to have a surgery, a life-changing surgery, and be able to have it at a discount. I did not know that, you guys. I didn't. Some people would say, well, cancel your cruise once you find out. Well, cruises work like this, you guys. If you're doing a short-term cruise, which is a cruise that you paid for and then a couple of weeks later you go on the cruise, versus a cruise that you over like a year you done paid on and paid off or whatever. If you're doing a short-term cruise, first of all, you don't get back your money unless certain reasons. First of all, you will have to have a certain kind of insurance, and then and only then will they give you your money back if, and the keyword is if, a major if, you're hospitalized and you can show proof of that, or if it's like a death in the family, you can show proof of that. And that's if you fit those categories, and that's if you have the insurance and paid extra for it. Otherwise, any other cancellations, if you cancel within a few days after paying, again, I paid in June. I paid in June, months prior to me actually going on my trip. So, if I would have canceled in June when I paid for the trip, I would have got back 75%. In June. I did not know in June that I was going to have a surgery, let alone be presented with the opportunity to have it at a discount. If you pay for the surgery, if you pay for the cruise, and then say beginning of August, weeks before I went to the cruise, still not knowing that I was going to be presented with that opportunity. If I was to tell them I want to cancel, then I would lose, how much was it, 50%? No, I would have, not even in August, I would just lose 100% if it was like 30 days. To my understanding, I would lose 100%. Where if I canceled, I would just lose. The only way I would cancel and be able to only get 50% of my cruise taken away from me, cruise money, is if I would have did it like 2 or 3 weeks after, like 3 weeks after I paid for the cruise itself. Okay, that's the only way, and they would have took half of that. Okay, so if I did not find out about a cruise, I mean about the surgery that was going to be given to me at a discount, if I didn't find that out, you guys, until way after I actually paid for a cruise, how does that make my priorities mixed up? How? And do you really think that I wouldn't have paid for, I would have chose to pay for my surgery versus my cruise? Do you really think so? After people claiming they know me, after people claiming I'm family and they love me so and care about me, do you really think that about me? Really? The other thing is people focused on, because I said that I'll take donations. And then they also focused on the fact that I said my husband will get out there and grind if he has to. They seem to not have heard that if I don't get another sale from YouTube, if I don't get not near donation, I will do my best and my damnedest to make sure I can have that surgery. Not just me, my husband will too. That doesn't mean that I can't use help. People seem to focus on the fact that I said I was willing to take donations, but they don't seem to hear none of the other sentences I said where I accept orders, which is a service I'm giving, a service, a job. I'm willing to do my job if people place orders. And I just simply was letting people know that any orders they do would help towards my surgery, the profits of my business. Again, an order is not a donation. An order is me doing a service and a job for you and doing it well. And I'm letting my customers know that, hey, not only the fact that you chose to order from me and you chose not to go get the items from the hair store or whatever, if you get them through me, you're helping me towards my surgery too. And you will get some great products. That's all I did. I told anybody that wanted to help with donations or give a donation, I said that that's available. Why? Because I can use the help. Of course I can use the help. And why is that wrong? That doesn't mean that I'm not grinding. That doesn't mean that I'm not trying my best. Where did I ever say that I'm not passing out flyers, or I'm not passing out cards, or I'm not advertising in any other way? When did I ever say that? But people will take a sentence and run with it. I've taught people how to advertise. So why would you think? Why would you even think that I wouldn't be doing the very same thing I've taught people? Why would you think that? And this is why sometimes I've come to the conclusion people want to think certain things. Because some things doesn't add up and doesn't make sense. If I am one that has often taught people, it's been a lot of people that have started small businesses from the things I've taught them here on my channel. The things that I've shared, the things that I've taken time to actually enlighten people to, so that they can feed their kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? So why would you think that me, the same person that has done those things, would not try, would not grind, would not advertise? Of course I'm doing that. But I'm also being resourceful, and I'm also trying to do every angle so that it can help me. That's what I'm doing, and that's all I'm doing. And again, For us being all grown adults, I think people can see I'm fighting for my life. I think people can see that I'm putting all those things aside because I want to live. I'm putting all those things aside because I need help. The same help that I've given at times. The same help I've given a lot of people on YouTube and nobody know it. Some of my subscribers may even chime in at the bottom and say, yup, she helped me and y'all didn't even know it. Yup, she took time to do this and y'all didn't even know it. So here I am when I needed a little help, when I'm venting, when I'm saying something that somebody doesn't necessarily like, when I'm hurt, and when I needed a little help, it was made into a big, huge problem. It was made into I'm an awful person. When you're fighting for your life, you guys, I know somebody said this is not a good image for you. I'm not worried about my image if I'm fighting for my life. If I was worried about my image, you guys, guess what? That's when you need to question. Is she really fighting? I'm not worrying about that. And I'm also not thinking that amongst family, my viewers, people that I've loved so much and so long and so hard, as I stated before, I'm not thinking that I have to do that with y'all. I'm not thinking I had to play any games and say, a couple of people say, you know what? I knew as soon as you told everybody that the money that from your business was going to go towards your surgery, I knew you said you was going to get a whole bunch less sales. Well, in my case, I didn't get less sales. I got no sales. And I didn't want to play that game, y'all. I didn't think I had to play that game. And that's what hurt me. That's what hurt me. I didn't think I had to play that game, you guys. I made it clear because I made sure I looked at that video, you guys. I made it clear that I was not speaking to the people that can't help. I made that totally clear in that video. But yet people still said that I made them feel like because they maybe couldn't help that I was talking to them and I was making them feel some sort of way. I made it clear. Not only did I say it out of my mouth several times, but I think that people understand and know I wasn't talking about people that can't help. Come on, y'all really think that? Y'all really think that the sister that can't even pay for diapers, the sister that's struggling to pay for diapers and milk, the sister that can't even put no money towards her food stamps and stuff, do y'all really think I was talking to her? Do y'all really think that? Let's be real. After knowing who I am and my personality, do y'all really think that? No, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to the sister that can help. I was talking to the sister that I've taken time to show certain things to. And I've taken time to enlighten her on certain things. I'm talking to the sister that was able to start a business because of things I've shared with her. I'm talking about the sister that actually do have an extra $5 in her bank account that she can spare. Not with donation necessarily, but maybe placed an order for a pair of earrings. I'm talking about the sister that could and that claims to love me and that claims to support me and encourage me as I have done her. That's the sister I'm talking about. The sister that has emailed me over and over and over again asking, when are you please going to open up the store? I don't want to buy from these hair stores that's ripping me off. The sister that sent me 20 and 30 emails over a 2-week time asking me when I'm going to open up the store. And soon as I said that the money is going towards my surgery, I never heard from her again. Those sisters are who I'm speaking of. And again, no, nobody's not obligated. Nobody has to do anything for me. Nobody has to help me. Nobody has to care. But given the fact that I'm the total opposite of that, given the fact that I've cared when I didn't have to, given the fact that I've loved when I didn't have to, given the fact that I've helped when I didn't have to, it hurt to hear and see that others would treat me that way and not care. If I was the type of chick that did not care about others but myself, if I was the type of chick that didn't do anything productive for other people or try to help people or try to enlighten people, if I was that person, if I didn't get on here with purpose, it wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter. It would not matter to me if anybody cared back. It would not matter to me if anybody encouraged me back at times or inspired me when I need inspiration. But being that I am the type that care about people, being that I actually do look at you guys as my family and my friends, for me to be treated like that, in my eyes and in my heart, it hurt. And that's what you guys heard. And if anybody, I'm going to say it again, has anything to say negative, if anybody want to post comments, videos, and all that about a woman that's actually trying to fight for her life so that she can raise her family, and that's looked at in a bad image, a poor image, it says a lot about you. Because when you really are fighting and you're really trying your best, those things really don't matter. So if I hurt anybody's feelings by, thinking that, people didn't help me, that couldn't help me, and it made you feel bad or some sort of way, that's so far from who I am, you guys. And y'all know that. I didn't do it to make anybody feel bad. I wasn't even speaking to y'all. I thought I made that clear. Not only I said it, but people, if you've been around me long enough to know, like y'all have to know that that's not my personality. I want the words of encouragement and support. I need that just as much as I would need anything else. And I appreciate that. All the same. I appreciate that. But I was hurt by the ones that could do more. I was hurt by the ones that I know, in my heart I know. It is, I didn't say everybody, but it is people out there that as soon as they heard that I was going to put the money towards me being better, they did not order on purpose. I'm not saying everybody did that. And you can't speak for everybody, just like I can't speak for everybody. You can't say, oh, nobody did that. You can't say that, because guess what? You're talking about you. And maybe you don't have those issues. Or maybe you don't have those spirits on you. But guess what? It is people out there that do. And just like I can't sit here and say everybody felt like that, you can't sit here and proclaim to know that it wasn't people out there that did that. And if they did do it, it's okay. It's okay. It's just that now I know. Now I know. And I also want to take time to tell you guys I appreciate all of you guys sticking around. Because I lost maybe 7 or 8 subscribers. But you would have thought that the way that some people was perceiving or making comments, you would have thought that I was going to lose a whole bunch more. And what that told me is that it is people out there that do care. Because when you really care about somebody and when you really love somebody genuinely, they can't say one sentence, or in my case, one video, and all the love and caring that you have for them, all the admiration that you have for them disappear. No, that means that you didn't care about them at all anyway. That means you was here for whatever they had to offer. Whether they was offering up some information for free, whether they was trying to they was taking their time and energy on applying certain things in your own life to improve, whether you was, going back and forth with the person so the person can show you certain things. You were there for those reasons. You wasn't there because you care about them. You wasn't there because you actually have admiration for them. You wasn't there because you love them. And now I know for sure that it is a lot of you guys out there that genuinely do love me as I love you. There is people out there that care genuinely about me as I care about you. Because those 8 people left, and then 22 of y'all came. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I do want to address new people. If you're coming because you want me to act a fool, if you're coming because you're waiting to see what my response is going to be to other people making digs and slurs, if you're coming for those reasons, I've had a many person before leave because I don't roll like that. That's not my style. You won't grow to expect that from me. Yes, I said some things that maybe rubbed people a certain way yesterday, but again, I've already explained that I was upset, I was hurt, and I'm also that was me. That was what you heard was me fighting for my life. And again, I was hurt. That's what you heard. So if you're coming here to look for the silliness of YouTube, if you're coming here to look for feeding into stereotypes about black women against each other, not for each other, throwing digs and slurs at each other, tearing down each other, if you're looking for me to elevate myself by downing another person, you won't hear that from me. You're not going to see it from me. And you may exit now without any hard feelings. I have not one problem with it. But for those of you who stick around, for those of you who stayed around, it spoke volumes to me. It spoke volumes to me. Again, you don't snatch your love away from people. You don't snatch your caring away from people just because they said one thing that maybe rubbed you the wrong way, or just because they may said something that rubbed you the wrong way, and you all of a sudden like, you know what, even though she was there for me for 9 or 10 months, she did that one video I ain't like, so I'm out. You don't care. You don't care. And more than likely, you are the type of woman that I was talking about in that video. Yeah. So, I hope this has clarified things, you guys. I'm not going to address anything any further or any more. I've said what I needed to say. It's either people understand where I was coming from. I've also cleared up if people thought my priorities were wrong. I've gotten into that. Also, it's some things that, for instance, somebody mentioned that you purchased this before the cruise and stuff. Again, I purchased things not knowing I was going to have my actual surgery. I did have some things planned. I will say that. I'm not going to get. Well, I can go ahead. As long as y'all don't mind watching the video. I didn't want to make it past 30 minutes, but if y'all don't mind watching it, if y'all don't want to watch it, go ahead and cut it off now. But it is some things that I actually planned on doing when I purchased, like for instance, my camcorder and stuff like that. What I didn't tell, and I'll go ahead and tell it now, is Daddy and I were actually supposed to be going on a trip in December. Yeah, we were actually supposed to be going on a cruise. I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it in 1 or 2 videos. I slipped up, or I was in some. Yeah, I did slip up in a few videos, but some videos I mentioned like half of it, and then I said, "Y'all will see." That's what I actually had planned. That's what I had planned. And I was going to take y'all on that cruise with me, just like I took y'all on the cruise with Nene and I. That's why I took her first for her birthday, and then Daddy and I were supposed to do the couples cruise in December. His birthday is December the 1st. So when I say on videos that I had some things planned and that's why I had got the camcorder and stuff, it wasn't the surgery. It wasn't the surgery. What it was, technically, what it was I had some things planned, meaning the cruise with me and Daddy, or Daddy and I also had some other things planned. For instance, I was going to set up for Christmas, which I probably still do. That's why I got the tripod and all that kind of stuff. I also had some things like I wanted to do some better cooking videos for you guys. I wanted to also do some videos that was from the cookbook when I released the cookbook. I also had a book signing I wanted to actually record for you guys. So I wanted to get better equipment, better laptop, better camera. I wanted to get those things, better equipment, so that it could bring y'all better quality videos. Those are some of the things I had planned and still have planned. So it had nothing to do with when I purchased in June or when I purchased in July items for the laptop or the camcorder and all those kinds of things. That had nothing to do with when I was contacted recently, not too long ago, when I was contacted by Miss Sarah, the coordinator, when I was Miss Sandy, when I was contacted, and she said, okay, we're negotiating something with the doctor and all that kind of stuff, and she was the middleman for that. That was recent. So it wasn't that my priorities was mixed up. It wasn't that I chose a cruise over or a laptop or a camcorder over my health. It was not. That wasn't even the case back then. And when I came back, I was in the mindset of, okay, I'm back. I'm going back to work so that I can now. Once I found out about the surgery, okay, I'm going back to work. So now, because that's the next thing I gotta do. I found out about Oh wow, I can get this surgery. Not only can get it, okay, so now they saying I can get it at this price. Oh, I'm for it. Now I gotta come back and do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now I gotta get back to work and get back to grinding for that. And then soon as I mentioned what it's going to be for, that's when. And some people say, well, maybe it's your advertising because you used to show stuff up close. Only I know how many more sales that I made with that. And that would not be the reason, you guys. Because, see, you're guessing. Again, you're guessing how many sales that produced when I showed my items up close on my channel. Some people say, well, you used to mention it in every video. Well, if you go back on, say if I did, since I've been home and my business has been open, if I did 30 videos, trust me, 25 of those videos mentions my business being open. And if it doesn't mention it, it's definitely in the description box. And I directed you from in the video to read the description box. So I did mention it. Some of you guys didn't catch it. I understand that. Some of you guys didn't know. I understand that. And I wasn't talking about you guys. I wasn't talking about you guys. But the people that did know and that could have did it. You understand what I'm saying? So I just wanted to address that too. So it wasn't that, I knew, I'm making the decision to get this camcorder and not my surgery. That wasn't the case. That's not even my personality. Of course, naturally, I got kids and stuff to live for. Of course, naturally, I wouldn't choose a cruise over being able to go to field trips with Pootie. Come on now, I'm a mother, y'all. Y'all are mothers too. And if y'all not mothers, y'all are nieces or aunts and things like that. Do y'all really think I would do that? After knowing who I am and knowing me for all this time I've been on YouTube and seeing all these videos from me and getting the grasp of who I am, do y'all really think I would have chose that? I was hurt, you guys. I just was hurt. I really was hurt. But I will do a video because there was, I think, 5 donations. It's been now a little over 24 hours, so it was 5 donations. I'm going to do it. One person wants to remain anonymous, though. I'm going to do a video on the people that donated, and I'm going to do a video mentioning the people, all the people that donated. I'm doing a video if they donated from their channel, like basically on behalf of their channel, whatever. I'm going to do a video of them, and also anybody that placed an order, because I did get, I think, 9 or 11 orders. So I'm going to mention them as well. So if you don't want to be mentioned, just send me an email. My email is bigcuz52 at gmail.com. So my store is bigcuz52.webs.com. The link below will be for all of that. So I hope now I've clarified some things, you guys. I thank you guys for understanding me, and a lot of you guys knew and recognized what was going on. I thank you all for doing that. I thank you all for staying around and loving me, and really caring about me, and not snatching your love away from me just because it was something that I said that maybe somebody didn't like. A lot of you guys agreed with me. You understood, and you agreed that it is many women out there that felt that way. They pretty sure. Um, but you know, it's some people that maybe didn't, and there's some people that felt bad. There's some people that didn't know my store was open. Those people I wasn't even talking to. Again, I thought I made it clear in the video, and I actually verbally said it, but they still may felt that kind of way. And for those people, I do apologize deeply from my heart, because I did not. The woman that's struggling, the woman that didn't know, I wasn't talking to you guys, and y'all know. Y'all should know that. So, all right, you guys. I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's going to continue. People are going to show their true colors. They're going to show what's really in their heart for people. Um, they're going to show their hatred for me. I'm pretty sure. It is what it is. As for me, I look towards the hills. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to have my surgery. I'm going to grind. I'm going to depend on God and ask God to make a way. He's done it before, and he'll do it again. That's for sure. So, on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. I'm sorry I held y'all up for 45 minutes, but I had to get so much out and say it. So, all right, you guys. I love you all so much. Talk to you guys later, and be blessed.